Hey, what's up, everybody? It's old Fritzy here. Welcome back to another episode of Podcast The Hero. We are outside the Hockey Hall of Fame in lovely Toronto, Ontario, Canada. Is that offensive to Canadians to call it Canada? Just waiting for a few of the regulars that we hang out with on this podcast to show up, and we're going to go explore the Hockey Hall of Fame. Last night we went to see Protest at History. It was wild. It was fun. The boys absolutely killed it, and 68 were freaking amazing as always. Keonashi was insane. So the show was fantastic. We got to see all our friends, got to meet a bunch of people. We got to our seats because, I'm old, and if I don't have to stand, I'm not going to stand. I'm literally leaning up against a railing right now because I'm too old to stand. So we got to our seats, and Peggy Thrill and Asta, who we see at all the Protest shows, had the seats right next to ours. So that was neat. So yeah, we got to see a bunch of people who have been on this podcast before, people who, we've talked to in Discord or Patreon, met some patrons. That was awesome. I'm going to have to do the Patreon list at the end of the show today because I don't have it in front of me, and I'm just using my cell phone. So, so this is going to be a weird episode because it's mostly just going to be thrown together stuff from all the footage I took while I was here in Toronto. We're headed to London this afternoon for the London show. But we'll recap everything. We went and saw Jada Kelly, friend of the podcast, on Wednesday night at this wonderful venue in Toronto. If you ever have the opportunity to go, it's called Hughes Room. It's now in this little old church, beautiful building. The last two rows of seats are literally pews, church pews, but the sound was fantastic. Jada and her band were amazing. So yeah, it was a really, really fun night. And then Protest last night, like I said, was bonkers. And then we're going to see him again tonight. So anyway, enjoy the episode, and hopefully it doesn't suck, because I honestly have no idea what I'm doing, but thanks.
The first thing we did when we got to Toronto, well, besides sitting in the hotel room for a couple hours, just resting our old weary bones, was to head on down to Hughes Room to see Jada Kelly. Yes, the voice of Keziah and friend of this podcast, for her record release of Weather Girl. It's an amazing record. It should be in your rotation right now. So we got to see this at Hughes Room. Incredible venue.
We're at the Jada show. There's Musky. We're at the Jada show.
I'm in a church.
It's a church?
And it didn't burn down yet.
But this is the Jada show.
And it's a church that serves Diet Coke.
And there's seats. It's seated.
As a man of advanced age, seated venues are preferred. Do you hear that, Rhodey? Seated venues are preferred.
I'm tired. Why are you taping this?
I don't know.
After late night eats of fat bastard burritos, a day of lounging in the hotel room and eating Chick-fil-A, we headed down to the Stone Lion to meet up with friends of the podcast. Ghost, Fruit, Mushy, Musky, and Blue.
Now watch this bite.
Ew. Now let's see inside your mouth. Come on. Let's look inside your mouth. So, at this point, I'm using a new microphone, and it's clipping real bad because everybody's putting the microphone right up to their mouth, including me. So I apologize for that. We learned our lesson, but so I'm doing this voiceover over part of it where Musky is comparing the size of the little microphone to something personal, and then Ghosty has a story about his flight that had some drama.
It's 7:30 at night. I'm in Atlanta. I'm on my flight to connecting to Washington, and we're backing out. And suddenly the pilot over the loudspeaker goes, and stops. So we're all like, "Oh fuck, that's not good. Nobody wants to hear that." And he's like, "I think we're gonna have to go back to the gate." And I'm like, fuck, I'm not gonna see my friends. I'm gonna miss this. They're gonna send me home for no reason. And then he's like, yeah, there's unsecured hazardous material in the cargo hold. I don't know what that means. That could be a battery or like grandpa's ashes or something.
Or just like
or just what the fuck ever. Like
random barrels of acid.
But like 5 minutes later, we're good, we're going. So I was like, fuck yes. Next story is when I'm going through security, I had to go through kind of again because I didn't put my electronics out. So I got kind of pushed to the side to a different line. There's a guy in front of me. They have to open his bag. They move his clothes aside. And he's got like picturesque, almost like you see in movies. The guy has like taped up packages that look straight up like cocaine. I think I'm about to see a drug bust IRL. This guy has like 6 of those, and the security guy goes, "What is this?" And he said whatever it was. I didn't hear him, and I'm like, "Oh my god, it's fucking cocaine." So he takes a knife and he has to cut the bag open. It's fucking parsley or some kind of whatever, some kind of leaf. I don't know why he needs 6 of those. My other story is I'm on the connecting flight from Washington to Buffalo. I'm in the back. I got the window seat. I have an older couple next to me. There's somebody in the vicinity. You know those air fresheners that like shoot out like a little burst of air like every 10 minutes? Imagine a fart version of that. That every 10 minutes I'd be like, because it was so bad. It literally smelled like ass. It was awful. There was a crying baby too. Yeah, it was great.
That's
I love
amazing.
flying so much. It's always great. Anyway,
Mushy, how was the Jada show?
I'm just here so I don't get fined.
I love you so much.
Jada show was great. Fantastic show. Would suggest for anyone that has a chance to go see Jada.
Yeah.
So after the bar, we headed over to History, which is a fantastic venue in Toronto. If you haven't been, it's wonderful. And we watched a protest show. Keonashi opened, and then not the 68, just 68. If you ask them, they'll say, people call us 68, or we're called 68. And so we watched that, and then protests. And I have some footage that we took. Not sure how much audio can go in here without it getting blocked on YouTube. But here you go. They worked through the whole set. Cheese has been wearing pants this second this second leg of the tour a lot of pants. I'm not sure why. And tennis shoes. I know the St. Catherine show, I think, probably put an end to his barefoot days on stage because he couldn't get the black off the bottom of his feet, like the dirt and grime and everything from being on that outdoor stage barefoot. So he's wearing shoes now. So there. Pants and shoes. So protest. They did their sweet, sweet thing. Everybody went bananas. It was a fantastic show. And these are some of the clips that I took from different places in the venue while they were playing. I'm not so much going to play a ton of music because, again, we get in biggie trouble for playing the music. But here's what it looked like. The next morning, a group of us headed down to the Hockey Hall of Fame, and apparently in Canada, when you don't want to knock a building down, they just build a building around it. Outside the entrance to the hall is a statue, life-size statue of Gordie Howe. He is actually 8 feet tall. He's a giant Mr. Hockey, and it's appropriate to have him outside the Hall of Fame. As we were walking around, we saw a bunch of cool stuff. Old sweaters, because they were literally sweaters. And here is Musky trying to find anywhere something related to the San Jose Sharks, which are his favorite hockey team. This was not a San Jose Sharks related item. We'd been in here for a little bit and still hadn't found anything for the San Jose Sharks. I think he was trying to figure out how to steal this check from King Clancy. It was a $20,000 check for King Clancy, but he still was looking everywhere. Mushy was talking about how he has an old Habs sweater, like an actual sweater, and not like the new jerseys. But he apparently is not a fan of sports, and so he could care less. And then here is Gordie Howe's little section with his gloves and a game-worn jersey right next to Stan Mikita, who nobody cares about because he played for the Blackhawks. And this is the actual goal from the LA Forum where Wayne Gretzky scored his 802nd goal. I filmed a lot of footage of this Bruins display, mostly just to talk about how worthless the Boston Bruins are as a franchise, and nobody likes them. Nobody cares. Moving on.
The fact that the NHL All-Star Game used to be the defending Cup champs versus the All-Stars of the rest of the league. I never heard that before, but it looks like October 8th, 1950, the defending champion Detroit Red Wings defeated the rest of the league 7-1.
Yeah, sounds about right.
At this point, I'm touting the Professional Women's Hockey League, which needs to be on TV more, and we need expansion. We need more teams. And then I was pointing out about how Brett Hull won a cup with the Wings, and Stevie Y, and also that we still haven't seen any San Jose Sharks stuff here, and that Joe Sakic is a piece of human garbage because he played for the Avs, and that prompted my good friend Musky to buy me a Colorado Avalanche commemorative puck, because that's the kind of smartass that he is. And in this room, they show all the championship runs, and I noticed that the Leafs ended in 67. So mostly this was just to point out to Cheese that his favoriteest team in the whole world hasn't really won anything in a real long time. He knows it. He talked about it during a show. It's very hard to be a Leafs fan. This is the section that has displays for the famous old hockey barns, as well as each individual team in the NHL has their own little section. Plus, they have a cool shootout thing, and where you can take shots on a goalie, or you can put on the goalie pads, I guess. This is from the old Olympia Stadium, the old barn before Joe Louis in Detroit. They have the Chicago Stadium. They've got the old Maple Leaf Gardens, which is now a Loblaws. You can go to the grocery store. Here is an old Zamboni. These were created about when I was in my late 50s, and they're pretty fancy. And then here's all this goalie gear. This is wild. You could not use this goalie gear in today's NHL. You would be dead. You would be a dead person, because that's not stopping anybody. Look at that mask. That's terrifying. It's like Hannibal Lecter style. Just protecting your nose. It's pretty wild. This section displays the evolution of the hockey goaltender's mask. There's some pretty weird designs. Some stuff that looks a little bit like a plague doctor. This is where Musky got very excited, because there's one mask in this display from the San Jose Sharks. And that goes along with the one Patrick Marleau hockey card that was in a big display of hundreds of hockey cards. And the the section in the all-team section for the Sharks, because every team is represented in there. The Sharks not especially represented at the Hockey Hall of Fame, unfortunately, for our good pal Musky. Look at that. It looks like a plague doctor mask. It's pretty cool, though. Seriously, Musky, nobody cares about the Sharks. They just have this one Sharks mask. Look how excited he is. He's so excited. He's so happy. Look at him. Look at him. He's so happy. It's terrible. Absolutely terrible. This Chimos sweater gave Mushy a really good idea to give me for a possible gift, and for sure doing it. So, and here, Rhodey's hometown, Protest the Heroes' hometown of Whitby, represented here in the Hockey Hall of Fame. Pretty cool.
Somebody made a jersey with my face on it. That's not teeth. That's my mustache.
And now we have the Calder Memorial Trophy, which, interestingly, Blues Grandpa finished second in the voting for the Calder. He said, I'm pretty sure, and I quote, "It should be my grandpa's name in this spot right here. Sons of bitches," or something of that nature. And now we have found Lord Stanley's Cup. he drank from this cup every night at dinner until the day he died, and then donated it to his favorite local hockey team, the Montreal Maroons. And and then it was stolen by the next cup winner. Here's a list of all the Detroit Red Wings teams in the 50s that won the cup. You got all these big bands of players. They take the old bands off of the cup and lay them out here and put them in the hall. And then you get they had different eras of the way the cup was shaped. So you can see that the cup was originally just the cup, and then it had some rings, and then it had the stovepipe era where they just friggin' stacked ring upon ring upon ring all the way up, and it just made this big, giant, penis-looking Stanley Cup until the mid-40s, and then they were like, yeah, that's dumb. And they redesigned it. And it's been the same design since the late 50s. So that afternoon, we drove to London for the final show. Met up with some friends of the podcast. And I'll have more for that.
It's the final day of the Volition X tour.
Yeah.
You were in Detroit for the first day, as were we. What do you expect to be different? Do you think they're going to be better?
So that's going to be up for debate. They're tired and hungover today. I'm expecting some old protests today.
Yeah, maybe. I think you might be right.
I told them to start drinking now.
Yeah.
Like, dude, full set.
Oh, and I guess that's it.
That's all we got.
So this is the point where I give my heartfelt apologies to In Steven Exposure and Julia, who we were at the London show, and they were having an emo night after the show in a conjoined venue next to the London Music Hall, and I think at the time we were all planning to head over there after the show, and then Jenny and I were lucky enough to go hang out, to shoot some footage for the pod, and then plans changed, and we never made it up there. And I feel really bad that we never made it to the emo night to hang out with them. And if you guys are listening and you were waiting for us, I really apologize. That was not the intention, but we had some plans that changed. Some things happened. And not bad things, fun things, but it prevented us from getting over there. And so apologize to you guys. I feel bad I didn't get any footage of Polluted or Kanashi. Polluted, local London band. They rocked out. People were super into it. And then Kanashi, if you haven't checked them out, please check them out. It's fucking wild. Really great band. And then 68 came out and did their thing. You got to see them live. If you have a chance, go see 68 live. It's a fun ass show and they're insane. And then Protest came out and did the last performance of Volition X. The last time likely they'll ever do Volition from start to finish. And I think at one point, Rhodey said this was the last performance of A Life Embossed, that the song is so complicated, and nobody in the band enjoys playing it. However, I think it's fucking a perfect opener. Like, it's super heavy, and I think it would be great to kick a show off with A Life Embossed. But That's just me. I took some footage here of myself, and I'll use this time because I don't know what I'm saying while I was recording. It was way too loud in the venue. But I will take a moment to say that after we the band finished up, we headed backstage, and I got a chance to interview a bunch of people from the tour. And so I had a specific set of questions that I was asking each of the guys to weigh in on, and I asked everybody. And these are those interviews coming up right here, and it just makes me love those guys so much. So check it out. So I'm here with Rhodey Walker of Podcast The Hero fame. What is your regular job? Plumber. You're a plumber? No, you know what I do, Fritzy. Why are you so sweaty? I just came out of the closet with my parents.
That's what you do for a living?
Yeah. The biggest question of the night is, now that the tour is done, what is the first meal that you're going to eat? Now that you don't have to eat road food.
Barley sandwiches.
Garlic sandwiches? Garlic sandwiches.
Dude,
sandwiches
I think it was
garlic.
Tim fucking burped on stage. It just like reeked of garlic all of a sudden. You're like, whoa. But yeah,
that's it? Garlic sandwich.
Probably like weird little protein ice cream that I'm going to make when I get home.
That's it. That's what you want so bad. We're not sponsored by them. Give me your microphones. You're done.
That's it. That's all.
That was easy.
I know. Now we have to get Josh.
Oh, hi. How are you?
Good. How are you?
I'm good.
What's your job?
What's my job?
Yeah.
Plumber.
Plumber. Wonderful. Coming out to your parents. Why are you so sweaty? You're watching Cops?
Sorry, I'm not hearing most of what y'all are saying.
That's okay.
I'm sure it's funny.
What's the first meal you're going to eat now that your tour is done and you can eat actual food?
Well, two things. We're not done with tour. We got 2 more shows. But to answer, not with them, just us doing our own thing. 2 shows to get back to Atlanta. It's a long drive. But I'll answer the question after the second day of the show we got. Waffle House. 100%. 100%.
Smothered and covered? That's right. Smothered and covered.
So that's probably my first meal, and maybe the second, third, and fourth meal.
I like it. I love it. Thank you, Josh. Okay, so tell us your job. What is your job?
Oh, I am a tour photographer and videographer.
Why are you so sweaty?
Because I run around a lot.
Okay, what's the first meal you're going to eat now the tour is over and you get to go home?
Ooh, I'm going to order a big dirty feed of potato curry. Like
potato curry.
Mm-hmm.
That's the thing you just were like, I can't get this on the road.
No, I'll shit myself.
Oh,
yeah. I don't want it. So I'm gonna get a nice curry.
Okay.
Nice potato and pea, like a I think it's called an alu. I don't know. I'm white and I'm from Newfoundland.
It's pretty good though.
It's real good.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's it.
Okay. Did you get Joshy?
I did.
Okay. You get JD?
I didn't.
JD, get on the podcast.
Welcome to Podcast The Hero. Hang on. You're taller than she is. I gotta.
You want me to sit down?
No, you can stand. It's fine. It's very short.
Okay.
What is your job?
I'm a plumber.
Okay, and why are you so sweaty?
Because Rhodey just came out to his parents, and it made me uncomfortable as well.
I love it. Now that the tour is done and you get to go home, what's the first meal you're going to eat?
Maybe a Martin's chicken biscuit.
A Martin's chicken biscuit?
Yeah, that's a Georgia local thing around Atlanta, and there's like multiple of them, but only there. So yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay. What's on it? Is it just chicken on a biscuit?
Yeah. Or you can put like cheese on it if you
What
want.
about a pickle?
But no pickle.
No pickle?
No, not on the biscuit. Not in the morning. But on a chicken sandwich, yes.
Okay. All right.
All right.
Thank you.
Yeah.
All right. Take your microphone. You don't have to hold it too close. What is your job?
My name is Hank. I sell merch for Protest the Hero.
Why are you so sweaty?
I just got off stage from selling merch. Yeah. No, I play bass for Protest the Hero.
I see.
Yeah.
What is your, now that you're off tour and you don't have to eat shitty road food anymore, what's your first meal going to be when you get home?
Probably go over to my mom's and she's going to make me pupusas. Salvadoran pupusas. When I get back to LA. So, yeah, Salvadoran pupusas. Absolutely.
Is there a dipping sauce?
No, it's like corn tortillas filled with pork meat, cheese, medley, and beans, and a bitter plant called loroco from Central America.
Okay.
And then you have like this vinaigrette or like this coleslaw-based vinegar, spicy, and just put it on the griddle, kind of let the tortilla burn a bit. Cheese uses out. That's So
that sounds good. Can we get some of those?
My God.
Thank you, my guy.
No, that's it.
That's it.
How you doing?
That's all I'm asking everyone.
Love you.
You can clearly see how disappointed Hank is in me.
Okay, so who are you?
My name's Ben.
And what's your job?
I play guitar in the live Protest the Hero band.
Why are you so sweaty?
Because I was just in the bathroom. No.
Yes.
We just played a show. We just played a show.
No. You were deucing out, Ben. It's okay. It's okay.
Yeah.
Now that the tour is over and you get to go home, what is the first meal you're going to eat when you get home? Now that you don't have to eat like garbage road food.
Oh, you know what? Actually, my wife is going to prepare for me. I believe it's butter chicken, and it's one of my favorites. So we got that going on.
Nice. Good call. All right. Hey, I'm just saying. I think that's wonderful.
Yeah.
Thank you, Ben.
All right.
Hey. Yeah, stuff it in your shirt. Okay, so what's your job?
I'm Matt, and I do graphic design and Sheet Happens.
Okay, so why are you so sweaty then?
Because graphic design is really hard, vigorous work.
Okay, now that the tour is over and you can go home and you don't have to eat shitty road food, what is the first meal you're going to have when you get home?
Pad Thai from my favorite Thai place.
That's a good answer. By the way, we, on a recent episode, got to pick people, like we each got to pick a band member and what meal we would give them. And since you love coffee so much, I thought you and I would go to Phoenix and have some coffee ice cream at a Baskin Robbins.
I love it.
I love coffee so much.
I love ice cream, and I love coffee, and I love coffee flavored ice cream.
Do you?
Yeah. An affogato, an espresso shot over ice cream?
No. Espresso shots at Baskin Robbins.
Phoenix?
In Phoenix?
They don't have them in Phoenix.
I don't know. Probably not.
We'll have to pull them ourselves.
All right. So, what is your job?
My job?
Yeah, what do you do?
I have several jobs.
Well, say what they are.
I play guitar and piano for a living.
Okay.
I do accounting and financial services for musicians.
Nobody cares.
I'm a father.
That's the most
husband.
important one. Dog owner.
Dog owner.
Pizza maker.
Pizza maker, yeah. I don't do that for a living, though.
Why not?
Because you're just like a transcriber.
Because I do it for fun. I don't want to do it for a living because then it won't be fun to me anymore, like guitar playing.
Tim, if you do something you love, you'll never work a day in your life.
I hate playing guitar.
Why? Why are you so sweaty?
I'm not.
Well, everybody was when I asked the question, and now
I don't sweat on stage.
That's disgusting.
I don't rock out like the rest of the fellas.
How do you not sweat on stage? The lights are hot.
No, they're not.
Yes, they are. Not anymore.
They're LEDs.
They're all LEDs, so it doesn't get hot up there anymore?
Maybe for HK because he's got them right behind him, but yeah.
Now that the tour is over and you can go home, you don't have to eat road food anymore. You probably ate last night, but what is going to be like your first meal post tour? Like the one thing you really want?
I think she'll appreciate this, but Grandma Sue is living with us again, and she makes chocolate chip banana muffins. So that'll be breakfast when I get home.
Chocolate chip banana muffins. How many?
They're like, she does like the little ones, so I usually have 2 or 3. But she'll make them. She makes them in the afternoon while the kids are in school, and when they come out of the oven, she'll bring one down to my desk while I'm working.
How do I get this set up?
You just got Jenny. Do you have a mother?
I do have a mother.
You just got to move her into your basement.
Let her move into our basement.
Yeah, and she'll bake for you.
It's like a couple miles away. She delivers
No.
cookies on the
Yeah,
but they're not hot anymore.
She's got to live with you.
Allie sent us hot cookies the other day.
Yeah, but they were chocolate chip, and I don't eat chocolate chip cookies.
That's your fucking problem. I'm sorry.
All right.
They were good.
That's it.
Thanks, Tim.
Well, that's basically going to wrap up the episode. This is haphazard. I learned a lot from doing this episode. 1, B-roll. B-roll is super freaking important when you're making a video podcast like this, and I didn't shoot nearly enough B-roll for the important things that I wanted to do, like the venues from the outside, and meals and stuff like that. Like, I didn't shoot nearly enough B-roll in the situations that I should have. But, you live, you learn. I think that kind of goes right along with how this podcast has gone. So, it's time to do the patrons. And I have to say, I met some patrons while we were out there, at the shows, and it was fantastic to meet, the people who support this podcast. And so I'm going to run through the list now. So we had Mitch and Aaron MFJ, Viva Hate, I Am Dimitri, and The World Is My Sack, Maddie G, Allie, Benjamin, Taylor, who I think we met, Dave Film Guy. I was told I can't call him Dave the Film Guy. I think you may have seen that. But Dave Film Guy, Jake, Bob, Josh, In Steven Exposure, Progtoff, Fritzy will gift a top-tier Patreon subscription for 1 month to Guitar Zan from the Discord. Butthole. Just somebody named Butthole. Toy Boat, The Fat Brown Kid, Foolish Bale. Rhodey told me I had the best forearms at the Philly show, and now I feel like the prettiest girl at the ball. Brett Boss Blackwood, Yes I Be a Newfoundlander by Spit Goth Yo, absolutely the best podcast, a work in progress. Rhodey's Road Raging Rodent, Sebastodon, TBJ's Pug Sandwiches, woof woof. I Swallow Cum, Source the Odd is a result of a spray fart come to New Brunswick. Rob the Anti-Human, Peggy Thrill. Actually, I won't be a Newfoundlander by. After all, I realized I'm too busy. 23 Hamsters, Phi or Fee, A Common Thread. Fritzy would rather be interviewing the Arkells. Zane, Rhodey Loves My Dink, A Sophisticated Symphony of Sharts. Deconomist, Toy Car _ Zach, The Final Dan Cage, Pandas, Cornman, Jeffrey, Mason Bailey, TBJ, Yuri, Fruit, Ashwin, and High Tops. So thank you guys so much, but also eat shit and go fuck yourselves.
But you can also pick a picture from your.
Is he she?